Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So, a lot of you know I moved to Thailand a while back, and it's been an incredible journey. I even met someone amazing, my girlfriend. She's smart, funny, beautiful, basically perfect. But for the past few months, something really strange has been happening, something that honestly started to worry me. Every single night, without fail, she would just disappear. It started subtly. I'd wake up around 2 or 3 a.m., roll over, and the other side of the bed would be cold and empty. The first few times I didn't think much of it. Maybe she went to get a glass of water, or couldn't sleep and was reading in the living room. But when I'd get up to check, the apartment would be completely silent and empty. Her scooter would be gone. I'd call her phone, and it would go straight to voicemail. I'd send texts, "Hey, is everything okay? Where are you?" And I'd get nothing back. Then, just as the sun was starting to rise, I'd hear the quiet rumble of her scooter returning. She'd sneak back into bed as if nothing happened. When I'd ask her in the morning where she went, she'd just smile and say, "Oh, just went for a little ride to clear my head." A ride at 3 a.m. every single night. It just didn't add up. My mind, of course, started racing. You know how it is. You start imagining the worst-case scenarios. I tried to be cool about it. I really did. I trust her. But the secrecy was eating away at me. The nightly disappearances became a pattern, a mystery that was casting a shadow over our relationship. I felt like I was living with a stranger who was this person I was sharing my life with, and what was she hiding? I knew I couldn't just let it go. One night I decided I had to know the truth. I couldn't sleep anyway. The anxiety was too much. I heard her quietly grab her keys and slip out the door. The sound of her scooter starting up was my cue. I threw on some clothes, grabbed my own helmet, and decided to follow her. My heart was pounding in my chest. I had no idea what I was going to find, but I knew that whatever it was, it would change everything. I kept my distance, making sure she wouldn't spot me. We drove for about 20 minutes, leaving our quiet neighborhood and heading towards a more industrial part of the city I didn't know very well. The streets were dark and empty, lined with old warehouses and small factories. My mind was going into overdrive. Where on earth was she taking me? Finally, she pulled her scooter over and parked in front of a large, dimly lit building. It looked like an old market or a community hall. I parked further down the street, my heart in my throat, and watched as she walked inside. I waited a few minutes, took a deep breath, and followed her in. What I saw inside was the last thing I ever could have imagined. The huge space wasn't dark or sinister. It was brightly lit and filled with people. And the smell, oh, the smell was incredible. The air was thick with the aroma of fresh dough, sugar, and coconut. And there was she had an apron on. Her hair was tied back, and she was laughing with a group of older women. They were all gathered around massive tables, working together. And what were they doing? They were making desserts. Hundreds, maybe thousands of traditional Thai sweets. Konam chan, the layered jelly cakes, thong yip, those beautiful golden egg yolk flowers, and so many others I didn't even know the names of. Mai was in her element. She moved with a confidence and skill I had never seen before. She was kneading dough, meticulously folding banana leaves, and decorating tiny cakes with incredible precision. She wasn't just helping, she was leading the whole operation. I just stood there in the doorway, completely stunned. One of the older ladies noticed me and gave me a warm smile, beckoning me to come closer. Mai looked up, saw me, and her eyes went wide with shock. For a second, there was panic on her face, but it quickly melted away into a shy smile. She walked over to me, wiping flour from her hands onto her apron. "You followed me," she said, not as an accusation, but as a statement. I just nodded, speechless. She explained everything. Her family has been making and selling these traditional sweets for generations. It's their business, their livelihood. But it's more than that. It's their heritage. They supply fresh desserts to the morning markets all over the city. And to get them there on time, the work has to be done overnight. The reason she never told me. She was embarrassed. She thought I might look down on her for doing this kind of manual all-night labor. In her mind, she was just a girl from a simple family who baked sweets in the middle of the night. She was worried that her secret life wasn't glamorous enough for a foreigner like me. She thought I would think less of her. I just pulled her into a hug, right there in the middle of all the flour and sugar. I felt so ashamed of what I had been thinking. All my paranoid theories. And the reality was this. It was beautiful. She wasn't just my girlfriend. She was an artist, a businesswoman, a preserver of her culture, and the hardest working person I have ever met. I told her that I couldn't be more proud of her. This wasn't something to hide, it was something to celebrate. Seeing her passion, her dedication to her family and their craft, it made me fall in love with her all over again, but on a much deeper level. After that night, everything changed. There were no more secrets. Sometimes, when I can't sleep, I go with her. I'm not very good at it. My attempts at making those delicate sweets usually make everyone laugh. But I love being there. I love watching her work, being a part of her world. I'm the official taste tester, which is a very important job, I'll have you know. It's a powerful reminder that we should never jump to conclusions. Communication and trust are everything, and sometimes, the secrets people keep aren't what we think they are at all. Sometimes, they're just trying to protect something beautiful. So, that's the story of my girlfriend's nightly disappearances. It wasn't a mystery to be solved, but a wonderful new chapter of our lives to begin. Thank you so much for listening to my story today. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more adventures from my life here in Thailand. See you in the next one.